Hello everybody, my name is Dr. Tingim and today we will be discussing on how to build decks. So if you've probably seen my previous video, we went through on the key aspects of a deck, what you should do, what you should add in, some tips and whatever stuff. So we just went through the details, explaining. But today we'll just show you how to build one. So I'm using the TCG online as my guide, because it's more easier to see and a higher quality, I guess. But before we start, I would like to address one comment yesterday. So yesterday, no, at the time of the recording, I saw this. So at the time of this recording, I saw this post. So Tian Wei, to answer this question, so what he said was the ratio of Pokemon trainer to energy seems to have changed over the years. As people improve their decks, deck building recipe, I even see competitive running 8 energy. So this is a valid point and I would like to address it. Because in my previous video I suggested like what the most you should have is 2 different type of energy. So yes, you can run more than 2 energies, but that is really deck specific. Cause I prefer not to run too many type of different energies as they can overload my deck. So maybe like what? Wait. Is this okay? Wait, okay. So I don't want to overload my deck with different types of energy. Cause maybe from one draw I will have like what 3 different type of energy, and the Pokemon I needs a certain type, but I do not have it. So for example, my Pokemon needs electric energy, but I draw like what 2 dark energy, 3 water energy. I run my electricity. So yeah, you don't want to overload your deck with too much different type of energy because you might pull the wrong one. But this is a good point to address because there are some decks where you run different type of energy because different type of Pokemon require different energies. But I would suggest 2 different types. As for amount of energy you should have, that is up to you. But generally, most people go for between 10 to 12 energy. So that is a start. Okay, now that we've answered this, let's go on to how to build the deck. So I have several decks in my collection. Well, let's create a new deck. So if you buy the Urshifu Dig Better deck, you will get this. Everything in the deck is all here. Everything is the same as the deck. So it is ready to play. You can also import the code from the League Better decks that you get. So they'll give you this. Same thing with the Inteleon and even the Noivern one. Yep. So yeah. Okay, now let's take a look. Okay, Noivern is a different one. Okay. So let's create a new deck. Let's go just standard, as that is what everyone is using for the current meta. Okay, so what do we want to build? Let's go for a water deck. So in the TCG online, you can filter with just water. So what I generally like to do is search water and normal Pokemon. Because sometimes I would like to use normal Pokemon in my deck just as an extra way to either for tanking or just for having it there for its ability. For example, this Pokemon attack does 16 more to give Pokemon. They might have abilities which are useful to me. Now, let's search for some Pokemon. So I want to find a Pokemon for me to use. So let's find a Pokemon that we want to build. Got Greninja, Glaceon, Inteleon. Let us see. Let's go with something simple. Maybe there's even a simple one. Intellion or something else. Okay, you know what, let's go for Carbon Readable. So I would suggest either 2 to 3 if you're feeling extra you know, go for 4, but let's stick with 3. So for water decks, what I really recommend is using a Frostmoth. Let us find Frostmoth. Oops. Frostmoth. So the good thing about TCG Online is that you can just search the Pokemon, and it's much more easier for you to create. And you can keep track of how many Pokemon you have, trainers, and energy. Let's just quickly Frost. So what Frostmoth does is that as often as you like during your turn, you may attach a water energy from your hand to one of your bench Pokemon. So this is very useful as it helps you to boost your Pokemon. It helps you to boost your Pokemon. Basically, you're able to find your energy faster, attach more than one per turn. So this gets past the rule, because normally you can only put one. Yeah, you can only have one. You can only put down one energy from your hand to one of your Pokemon. But using the Frostmoth ability, Ice Dance, you are able to put more than just one from your hand, and not just to one Pokemon, any water Pokemon, as long as it's in your bench. And the new Frostmoth from Fusion Strike is also good because its ability, Icy Wind, your opponent active is now asleep. So that is support Frostmoth. So these two are both support. One's directly makes your one goes for your opponent while the other supports your bench Pokemon. So let's just try this combo for now. And yeah. Okay, what else do we add? Let's take a look at Carbonable. We should have taken a look at our main attacker ability first. That is a good thing you should do when you're building a deck. If you're focusing on having just one Pokemon as your main attacker, take a look at his attacks. So, what does Carbonable do? This attack does 60 more damage for each damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon. So what it does is so for every 10 damage on your Pokemon, it does 60 more. So for example, if they have 100 damage on them, you can do 10 times 6, 600 more damage, I guess. So yeah, and for 3 attack, for 3 energy cost, and it has 4 retreat energy costs. So you also want to take a look at their energy retreat costs, because sometimes you might not know, and when you need to retreat it, you don't have it. Okay, so because it does more damage for each damage counter, we want to find a Pokemon that is able to help us do more damage without us actually directly attacking them. So we want to find a poking Pokemon. So my favorite would be the Zigzagoon. 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 Hit But Tantrum. Whenever you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, during your turn you may put one damage counter on one of your opponent's Pokemon. So yeah, let's just take 3. Yep, we'll go with 3 for now. Then because we are using a water deck, it is good to have a Sobble. Let's just use the normal Sobble. Let's go with 2 of them, and let's go for Drizzle. Let's go for the Shading Dealings one. So what it does is, whenever you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may search your deck for a trainer card, reveal it, and put it into your hand. So many decks like to use this. Wait, let's find another solver. So many people like to use this type of combo along with this Intellion. Let me search it up. In there, on with either the shady dealings Intellion or the quick shooting. So what's so good about these two cards? Well, shady dealing allows you to search for any trainer. So you can search for supporter, item, or stadium cards in your deck. You can search one. So many decks use them so they are able to get the cards that they need faster. And same thing with the Intellion. Instead of just finding just one trainer card, you can find up to two, which is very good and very useful because you can able to pull out certain cards that you need, and it might be able to help you win. For example, you don't have a boss's order, but you have your Intellion, so you put it onto your drizzle, you draw two trainer card, and let's just say you need another energy. Well, you know, another energy. Well, you need an item card, okay, a switch or something. Use shady dealings, find your boss's orders and your switch, boss out the enemy, switch with your bench to your active, and there you go, a winning turn. So you can turn the tide of a battle. For quick shooting, it is similar to Zigzag Gun, but instead of just putting one damage counter, you do two, which is also just as useful. So as you can see, we have 16 Pokemon, which I feel is enough. Having any more would probably be overkill. So if your main attackers, our supporters, normally I will have something to tank for us, but in this case I don't think it's necessary. Now let's go on to trainers. So for a deck we're running like that, I would suggest having air balloons. Let's just have, you know, just 3 for our Carbonival. Because they have a high retreat cost, it's better to have air balloon. Actually, let's just have 2. Because they have 4 energy retreat cost, it is probably unnecessary to have more than 3 and more than 2. Because I think we won't be able to switch that much as well. You still have to discard energy if you want to retreat. So the air balloon is just there for in case we have either these Pokemon on our bench and we don't have any switches. Next, let's go for boxes order. Let's have 4. Right, let's have also 3 per keeper and 4 bosses order. The bosses order is for us to pull out any Pokemon we feel that you want to kill, or if you want to delay our inevitable. Bookkeeper is a better switch. You switch one of our Pokemon to our bench, then you draw 3 extra cards, which is also useful. Now for water deck, I will highly recommend using Capricious Bucket. Let's add in 3. So what Capricious Bucket does, search your deck for up to 2 water energy and review them and put it into your hand. So if you have this and you have a Frostmoth on your bench, you already place down your 1 limit energy, use Capricious Bucket, search 2 more energy, then put it onto your Pokemon using Frostmoth. If you don't understand what we're talking about, don't need to worry. I will put on a demonstration later on. Yeah, we'll use this deck that we built and show it. Now let's add in 2 Crushing Hammers. Why would I want to have Crushing Hammer? Well, just in case we are facing an opponent that relies heavily on their energy, or they have certain energies that they have limited amount, so you want to give your deck to stop them faster. Next, we will go for let's put in just 2 escape rope. I don't think we need that much. That is just in case we need it. And Great Ball. We can just play 2 Great Balls so they can find our Pokemon faster. We don't need level ball. Marley. Okay, let's play in 3 Marlies. Yeah, let's have just 3 bosses order as well. 3, 3, 3. Now why do we want Marley? Money is just there to disrupt us and disrupt the opponent hand, as well as helping us draw the cards that we need. I don't think we need ordinary rod. Let us just have some quick balls. Let us have 4, 3, 4. Quick balls are just as important, so they can help us find our basic Pokemon. Let's just have mini switches. No, let's just have 1 air balloon and 2 switches. Yep. Let's just play 2 switches. Now, telescopic side. Let us just have 1 in there for our Inteleon. So telescopic side allows us to do extra damage to bench V and VMAX Pokemon. So if I attach it to Inteleon, instead of just doing like what, 20 damage, you can do up to 30. But I'm not sure if it works out, but let's just try it anyways. So now that we have this, what else do we need? Evolution Incense. Evo Incense. Where is it? Where is the info? Let's have 3 in there, so we can find our evolution Pokemon much more faster. And also let's just have a level boss as well, because our Pokemon have like 90 health, so you can find them. And I forgot the most important thing. We need Snorms. In order to use our Frostmoth, we need Snorm. Let's just put 3 in there. We cannot forget about that. So I think as for trainers, we are well suited. You know what? For good measure, scoop up that. Let's have 3 and 4. Why scoop up net? So that we are able to reset our result if we need to, and to reset our this is a good ability. Now here is the problem we have faced. Energy. How much energy can we place in? Clean wash energy. Let's have wash. So what wash energy? It prevents all effect done to all from all effects of Pokemon from your thing. Damage is not effect. Existing effects are not removed. That is just the terms and condition. But what it does is basically, if effects like such as poison, confusion, they do not affect your Pokemon, the wash energy is good. Now let us throw in more energies. 1, 2, 16. So we only have 6 energy we can put, which for our deck which relies heavily on energy. That is not good at all. So let us just sacrifice a Snorm and a Sobble. Let's take a look at our trainers. What can we remove? You know what? Capacious Bucket, we just have 2. Should be enough as well. Scoop of Net, move 1. Air Balloon. Yep, let's just remove our Air Balloon. We just rely on these guys to help us. Quick Ball, just remove 1 as well. That frees us space for our energies we need to use. Okay. 3, 1, 1. We have 12 energy, which I feel is more than enough. So let's just stick with these. And let us bring it up. Money. Decade. So what I just did was just to demonstrate you on what you need to think through when you're building a deck. So as you can see, I threw away a Snorm and a Sobble and a few other cards to make space for our energy, because if we have too little, we are unable to sell faster, or we may not be able to attack at all. So that is one thing I want to purposely do so we can show you guys. having too little energy can also be bad. Okay. This is our deck. So let's go against a battle and see how we do. Okay, so this is how. So if you guys don't know how to play Pokemon, this can also be a guide to you as well. So as you can see, this is called a mulligan, where it happens in the event that someone does not have basic Pokemon in their hand. So as you can see, I don't have any basic Pokemon. I have to withdraw the mulligan. We have one mulligan before blah blah blah. So basic. Now I can put down this hexagon, but I'm not going to, because if I do, this ability will not trigger at all. So you want to take note, if it's during the start of a game and you have an ability Pokemon, do not place it down, because if you do, the ability will not trigger and you'll be wasted. So now the opponent has gone first, so gonna wait. In the meantime, you can take a look at our hand. Oh wait, never mind. Oh wait, he's doing something. Let's take a look. What we have, our opponent has what he's playing. Our Golem is most likely gonna evolve to our Golem. So he's playing a psychic deck. So you want to make sure, when during the start of your turn, make sure, look at what your opponent has, how much cards they have in their hand, what they are doing. Alright, let us wait for him to end. Let us put down. Okay, because we have this. Actually, what? Let's put on. We search for a drizzle so that we can evolve him next turn to trigger his ability. Then, yep. Okay, that's all. Let's just look at what he's doing now. I don't know if I'm gonna edit this part out, but if I'm lazy, hello. You're hearing my fabulous voice. Oh, my turn. Okay. Done. Now let us use where's our money? Let's put our money. Put this down. You know, just for fun, let's get rid of the energy. Just in case he evolves and he needs it next turn. We don't want to give him the advantage. And now we have, let's get rid of our scoop up net. Let's get our Crabominable in. Let's search for 2 energy. And let's end our turn. Now we can, next time we can get this set up. Okay, now it's our turn. We got another Crabominable in. I can retreat, but I'm not going to. Press N. Oh, cemetery. Now we have to whatever blah blah blah. So we have to remember that. Oh crap. Twin energy. This is very bad. Oh my god. Oh no. How much damage did he? Um. Uh. Uh-oh. This is not good. Let us take a look at the retreat cost. 3, 1, or 3, 3. Let's get something out. So why I choose this one? It has the most retreat energy cost to prevent the enemy from attacking or retreating. I purposely chose him so that he can't retreat easily. Let's take him out. Put him down. Yep, let's just trigger avalanche since I got nothing. Okay. We managed to get rid of the Shadow Rider. That would have been a problem. And he switched. And I am dead. Okay. We are screwed. Uh-oh. And we have lost. Nope. That's it, folks. But okay, even though we lost, but that gives us the more reason to tune our deck. So every time we end, every time we lose, right, we think back on what we did and what we can improve on our deck. So the set was too slow. We couldn't find the Pokemon we needed or the energy. So now they have taken note of that, we can probably remove some of these things and in extra whatever. But I won't go through that today. But I guess you guys have gotten the idea. So yeah, I would recommend not going over more than 20 Pokemon, but having more trainer cards instead to help you get everything that you need. So I guess I will end the video today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Do give me your opinions and tips on how I can improve. And if you have anything you want to let me know, I will address it in the next video. So thank you for watching and goodbye.